To celebrate Renown Health's 150-year anniversary, Gail Green, Chief Nursing Officer of Post-Acute Services, wrote a compilation of journal entries representing what nurses experienced throughout our hospital's history. Enjoy this reading by Gail of how one nurse in the 1920s may have lived.
September 22nd, 1920. Dear Diary, I must admit with my whole heart I wish I were still a nursing student. It would be easier being an assistant rather than the nurse they now come to and hold responsible. I'm working in the wards, and I'm responsible for preparing all of the dressing changes for our patients. Some days I do not have what is needed, and I must wait. It makes me so nervous, as my patients must be wondering what I'm doing. I feel so sorry for them, all in pain. And if I'm not ready, I fear I may be the recipient of the chief surgeon's ire, although I must admit I find him to be very handsome, though he doesn't seem to smile at me so often as he does some of the other and older experienced nurses he depends upon. But the summer heat is abating, and that may lift my spirits yet. I find myself grateful to Mr. Thomas Edison, as we now have electricity, and we've placed some electric fans in the wards, which helps distribute the heat around the wing of the hospital. I can tell some of the patients have less fever now.
And I have to say, it makes my hair stay much better in place. There is nothing pretty about my sweating hair and that cap I wear in this heat.
And I'm proud to say the hospital is planning to put heaters in some of the wards this year. That will help our patients, as winters here can be so fierce. I just hope the horrible influenza of the last years is over, or I may die myself from the fatigue of helping those weary souls. I remain happy that my cousin, Norma Hunt, convinced me to work here, as I love this hospital. It has been a good place for me to learn my new skills. I particularly enjoy the stories of the more experienced nurses, and I hope to be like them one day.
I must tell you that I spoke to Miss Mary Evans and Edith Peels in the hallway this week. They are working very hard to petition the American Nurses Association to recognize the Nevada Nurses Organization. They filed the papers on July 8th, but they say there's still work to be done and funds to be raised. They actually invited me to a future meeting and say I can help. They probably think I'm good to raise funds since Daddy is a banker, but I'm proud to serve in any way needed.
I must go get my uniform ready for tomorrow now. Until later, Blanche Campbell, RN.